Hello. You may notice it is dark. That is because it is nighttime. I had an idea for a short video I could make, and then I had a really long, awful day at work. I had a trash bag rip open and cover like my lower legs basically in beef stroganoff, like wet pizza was in the mix too. And it was just soaking like juices. And then I had to come home, like 40-minute drive, covered in beef stroganoff. It was awful night. And I just showered. So now it's nighttime. So now I'm doing the video at nighttime. I bet most of our stay reps haven't done that in a while. Get covered in beef fucking stroganoff. I bet most of our fucking politicians haven't done that in a bit. So maybe that's good. It's not good, though. I hate it. This video is not about that at all. This video is actually about the Madonna-Whore Complex, which is completely... I don't know why I shouldn't have given this one an intro. I should have just got into it. The Madonna-Whore Complex was first theorized by Sigmund Freud and then picked up by feminist scholars, later. And the basic idea is that men have a sort of they treat it almost like a mental illness or a neurotic obsession of some kind, a neurotic failing of the mind of some kind, where they have this contradictory set of expectations towards women, where on one hand, the expectation is for women to be a Madonna, which basically means, they want them to be virgins, they want them to be chaste, they want them to be pure and holy and sort of a romantic ideal, probably, right? But then, on the other hand, they want them to be a whore. They want them to be deeply, overtly sexual in nature. So then they can't be into the Madonna, though. They can't get into her because she's not sexual enough. But then the whore, who they are into sexually, they can't fall in love with her because they don't respect her because she's a whore. That's the basic concept. Now, here's what I think happened here. I think a perfectly normal thing that a lot of men and women experience, particularly in relationships, is that they want their partner to want to have sex with them. I think both men and women generally like when their partner is attracted to them. In most circumstances, I think that is the case. I also think that most men and women alike get uncomfortable at the thought of their partner or love or crush or what have you having sex with other people. I don't think they tend to like that. Maybe some people do, polyamory or what's the word for it? Compersion. Compersion is the word for within polyamory, where you enjoy the thought of your partner being with someone else. You derive some sort of satisfaction or pleasure from it. Some people do. A lot of people don't. A lot of people get jealous. So, I think probably there are a lot of women, and it doesn't get talked about as much because it's not sort of a normal part of the conversation, gender-wise. But I'm sure there are a lot of women in the age of fuckboys who will not like the idea of dating a guy who sleeps around a bunch. And probably because, even if he's going to commit to you, even if you're going to have a long-term relationship with this guy, it can be a little bit uncomfortable because you're thinking about all the people in his past and you're comparing yourself to all of those other women and you're wondering whether or not you're as attractive as those other women. I think that's kind of universal. I think in general, people get jealous when they think of their partner being overtly sexual with other people, but they like it when their partner is overtly sexual with them. And I think what happened is that we took a look at that phenomenon, which is totally normal and natural, and how literally everybody thinks about dating. And lost half my lighting. And we just decided, you know what? That's men specifically have that expectation, that contradictory set of expectations. And it's a complex. It's not just a normal thing that men and women experience because of jealousy. It's a complex that men have. And feminists need to deconstruct it because it was raised into men by the patriarchy. I call bullshit. I don't think so. I don't think it is. I think it's just normal jealousy. I think that the reason why people want someone to be, quote unquote, a Madonna, right, is because if somebody seems pure and chaste and virginal and not sexual, even if they're not literally virginal, just less overtly sexual as a person, then that makes you think that they're interested in like a long-term romantic commitment. Generally, casual sex and long-term commitment are framed opposite one another socially a lot. So it feels more like they're going to be really interested in like a real commitment to you. And I don't think anybody wants a Madonna towards them, right? I don't think anybody's like demanding that their girlfriend be chaste with them. No, they want their girlfriend to be chaste towards other men, right? They want their girlfriend to be chaste so that once they're in a relationship with their girlfriend, they do not have to think about the jealousy of the girlfriend being with other guys. They don't have to be afraid of cheating, and they also don't have to be jealous of her previous partners. And that is not a men thing. That is an everyone thing. That is universal, I think. To the extent that it's gendered, the gendering is not, I don't think, because of a patriarchal norm that men have. If anything, the gendering is that men maybe are more insecure about the sex side of things because I think we're generally taught that we're attractive for what we offer as men and not because we just look good. So I think we tend to get more insecure that whoever's in a relationship with us, they're into us because we're like the safe, nice person. We're like the nice person who's a safe choice, and we're like the good guy, but we're not the hot guy. And so I think that's to the extent that it's a men thing. It's a men thing for different reasons than most people who talk about the Madonna-Whore Complex would give as an explanation. So yeah, don't work at a job.